want to make some cookies?
I like the cookies.
Cookies!
Cookies.
Cookies!
Cookies.
Gotta wash your hands first. Cookies! 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 Hey! Gotta put your monkey apron on.
I need the phone.
You need a phone?
Yeah.
You don't need a phone for cooking. You need a phone to call Dr. Rubin and tell him we're making him some cookies. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, we'll tell him on Monday. Turn. We are making. We are making lemon basil cookies. Focus. 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 Lemon. Basil. Cookies. Gluten-free and vegan. So we're gonna make them. If we make it that hard, help me. So here's our gluten-free flour. Vegan, gluten-free, cultured butter, softened. It's been out for about an hour. So you can use agave, you can use maple sugar, whatever you want to use. I have agave today. We got some baking soda. We've got some sea salt. So if you don't have fresh basil and fresh lemons, you can use these. This is my favorite brand. They are non-irradiated. Most spices, even organic, are radiated to get them out of the ground, dry them. Those are what I use when I can't find fresh. But we do have fresh today. We have fresh organic basil. You need a tablespoon of each. So that's like probably 2 lemons because we're only using the zest. So I'm going to get 2 just in case. Organic lemons. I'm going to do the basil first. I'm not good at chopping things, so don't judge. I'll get there in the end. Smells amazing. Do you agree, Piper? Want to say hi? No. She's in a bad mood. Her needs a nap. Okay. 2 tablespoons. Do you see? Do you see? Do you think that's 2 tablespoons worth? Do you? Should we find out?
Yeah.
Okay. Put this away, out of the baby's reach. Okay. Do you want to hold this?
Yeah.
Hold it. Okay. Gotta be still. Hold it over the bowl, okay? Okay. No, yet. Levitate. Levitate. Okay. I'd say that's probably roughly a tablespoon. Dump it. Okay, hold it, hold it. Hold it over the bowl. Hold it over the bowl. Over the bowl. Over the bowl. Probably pretty good. Okay. We'll dust the rest in there for good measure. Dust it. No. Just, yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay. 2 tablespoons of lemon zest, which is, I'd say 1 lemon is probably 1 tablespoon. We're moving on to this now. It's supposed to be 2 tablespoons. I just do like 2 lemons. It's about good enough for me. You can't really overdo it. Lemon zest is really sweet. You can overdo it if you grate it too much though, because the yellow part is what's sweet. The white part is actually really bitter and not very tasty. I found that out the hard way years ago. Monkey, don't you want to help? Yeah?
No.
No.
No, I want to drive a car.
You want to drive a car,
Yeah.
but we're making cookies.
No, I want to drive a car.
We can drive the car after the cookies.
No, I don't want to drive a car.
Well, you go drive the car then. Go get me some more flour, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Let's get some flowers.
You got flowers? No, flour.
Let's get some flowers. Come on. Let's go get some flowers.
Got it? Oh no, you're letting it escape. Zest. Okay, you gonna grate that for me while I tell them a little bit about the lemon and the basil? Okay, so I chose this recipe because my chiropractor's wife was sick, not well. I'm not exactly sure. He didn't go into detail, but I wanted to do something that would help, or at the very least not hurt. So they are gluten and dairy free, which is relatively easy for me to do because we're vegan. So I'm pretty familiar with how to cook that way. Other one? Okay. And I wanted to find a recipe with beneficial ingredients. So lemon is good. It has calcium, vitamin C, tiny bit of potassium. It's good for digestion. You know, we've all heard about lemon water in the morning and stuff like that. So lemon has its obvious benefits. Basil, however, is an anti-inflammatory. It fights free radicals. It's good for your skin. It's good for your liver and digestion. We are going to do 2 cups of gluten-free flour. And for probably more than 2 cups when you trust a 3-year-old to do the measurements. Monk. Oh my God. Okay, maybe 1.5 cups after this is. Okay, that's 1. Monkey do it.
Yeah.
Okay, hold it. Okay, ready? There you go. Okay, I'd say that's good. Gonna kind of whisk it together so that everything's even. Monkey do it.
Yeah.
Okay, go do it then. Okay, half a cup of vegan spread. If you're doing gluten-free, make sure it's gluten-free. This is one of my favorite vegan butters. It's cultured, vegan, gluten-free. This is 8 ounces. That's a cup, so about half of this is half a cup. So I'm not even gonna measure it. I'm just gonna chop it in half. Ready? Plop.
Monkey do it.
Monkey do it. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Chop, 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 chop.
Stop, 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 stop. Monkey do it.
Monkey do it.
Yeah. Pop, 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 pop.
I use a whisk because it's easier to like evenly disperse it with the flour. You can use your hands if you wash them.
Yeah.
Which we did. Thankfully, Monkey got his father's obsessiveness for being clean. So he washes his hands 100 times a day. So for the sweetener, I like to use, I say Whole Foods, but you know, healthier alternatives than just regular sugar. Although I do use sugar, whole sugar cane. But for this, I use maple sugar or agave, however you want to say it. Okay, all right, that's good. Good job. So today we have agave. Maple sugar is really tasty as well. So it is 1/4 of a cup. You gonna hold that?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, we're gonna put this in there, okay? You gotta be super careful though, because it's really sticky. Okay, dump it in. This is super sticky stuff and gets all over the inside of the cup, and there's probably a teaspoon in there left. So I kind of just give it a little squirt afterwards to make up for that. I think about these things. So we're gonna do it with the whisk again.
Monkeys.
Yeah? You gonna help me?
Yeah.
Okay. Rage Against the Lemon Basil Cookies. Does that make a good band name?
Yeah.
Yeah? Put that on a t-shirt for you.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Mashing it up nicely. Oh no. Shake it off. Alright. Okay, the rest is easy. Sea salt, baking soda. So then we are going to do 1/4 of a teaspoon of sea salt and 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda. Hang on, I'll do it and you can dump it, okay? Shake a dump, shake a dump, shake a dump. That wasn't shaking and dumping, dude. Okay, now we're gonna do 1/4 of a teaspoon of sea salt. I like to use Celtic sea salt, but we didn't have that in the house this time, so Himalayan pink salt, that'll work too. There you go. I like to sprinkle it evenly in, but I have a toddler today, so make sure you mix it in well if you also have a toddler when you make this. Oh no, there's a teaspoon in there, Monk! Somebody's gotta bite into a teaspoon. 1/4 of a teaspoon anyway.
Wait.
Do it then. Mash, 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 mash. Do the monster cookie mash. Yeah. Say monster cookie mash.
Monkey to it.
You gonna put it in the sink? Okay. It's kind of like a nice soft battery now. Batter. Yeah?
Butter, yeah.
Kind of like Play-Doh, isn't it?
Yeah.
I find that the Miyoko's makes a nice soft batter and a nice soft cookie also. Different vegan butters are going to do different things. I've seen them be crispy. I've seen them be chewy. Okay, all right, we're good. All right. Should we preheat the oven?
Yeah.
So that it heats up when we're ready to put the cookies in. I'll get the cookie sheet and I'll preheat the oven with my cookie dough fingers. So the size of the cookies don't really matter. You want them relatively small, but I mean there's no exact measurement. Go. There's a nice round cookie. You can do whole basil leaves or you can chop it up like I did. I like to chop it up. I think it's pretty. I also don't think anyone's really going to like biting into an entire basil leaf when they eat these. So, making the cookies without you, dude. That is going to be one big cookie. Who's going to eat that one?
What, me?
You?
Yeah.
You're going to eat that whole cookie by yourself?
Yeah.
I want to see this. Oh, Monk.
Oh.
These are going to bake at 300 for 6 to 8 minutes. I do 8 just for good measure. The butter is thick and nice, so the cookies tend to stay nice and moist and chewy. Are you having fun? You want to try it?
Yeah.
Try it. Shouldn't be too bad. Not all cookies are created equal, apparently. Are you having fun? Whenever I make pasta, this is kind of basically what happens. So I just give him his own little chunk of dough and he goes to town and I get to make my recipe. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15 cookies. I can only count into threes up to 12 apparently. We are at 180.
180!
Mm-hmm. Got 120 to go. Going to put our cookies in the oven. It has reached 300 degrees. 6 to 8 minutes. Oh my goodness. Okay, Google. Set a timer for 8 minutes. clean up, dance with our kids, whatever you want to do. Monkey doesn't feel like dancing today. Alright, hey, the cookies are done. That's not the right thing to do. Oh. There we go. Okay. Mason jars. You can store them however you like. I do it this way because I've been told it's cute. Do you want to help? Do you want to help? She's like, no, I just want to stare. Can you get your little baby hand? Oh, little baby hand. Whoops. That's okay. Should we test Monkey's cookies since he's not going to wake up and try them? Voila. Super cute. Easy to give away. Protected against the elements. Go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There you go. 3 jars of cookies and a few extra.